we are all going to take 10, 15 minutes to update the board or to create new issues or to talk about what we're doing this week. Maybe we'll see how long we need before we get started. So if you want to go straight away with, actually, let me just start here. Yeah, if you want to just go straight away, how much time do you have, Santi? Are we talking about 5
I have
minutes?
half an hour. Half an hour is fine.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll get through that then before the end of that period. All right, cool. So sprint planning, sprint 12. Okay, made it to a dozen. Excellent. Chewy, I took out that you're the DJ, but would you mind DJing? Oh, I think I have it on.
After the yesterday session or Wednesday session, I muted the groovy.
Yeah, I lost track of that Pink Floyd. Yeah.
Pink Floyd got away with you.
I'm doing more like retro electronic today.
All right, I feel like that's a good vibe for us. I'm going to turn it up a little. Yeah, that's a good vibe. Cool. All right, so I'm just going to say a few things, like just the review from the retrospective actions. The two things that came up is highlighting praise and impact hour discussions, and then the goal to post to the forum at least once every sprint. It would be great if every steward can do that, or I opened an issue for this and I'm saying the majority of the stewards. What does success look like? It looks like the majority of the stewards post once every week, every sprint. And now I'm going to just do a really quick, see if anything's in blocked or reviewed. Yeah, we have a few review things. Update animated video and update rage quit post forum post. Chewy, why is this in review? Do you need some feedback from somebody?
No, actually, we can move it to the sprint backlog. I think. Yeah, this content is already in production.
Great. I'm just going to tag it then as comms and next sprint, and then there's one called update rage quit forum post. I don't know, Griff, maybe you know what's up with this one? Why it's in review? Do we know if it's like stuck somewhere?
No, I don't know anything about it. Can you scroll all the way down? What's the latest comment? That's it? Okay. So I guess I assume it can be closed. I mean, I guess it'd be nice if we want to assign someone to just read it. Does anyone want to take on reading the Rage Quit forum post and seeing if it's correct?
I can do it.
I'll do that.
Oh, yeah, you can take it.
So who's going to do it?
I'll just check. As far as I can remember, this was ready, but I'm gonna check it really quick and close it if it's okay.
All right, then I'm not even gonna add a comment in it. Just I'll leave you to it. All right, cool. All right, here's where I need sort of a show of hands, or I need some voices to say, we'll take 10 minutes now and everyone can update the board, because oftentimes it's easier for us just to take a few minutes in the beginning to do it together. Is there anyone, does that work for everyone? Does everyone need sort of 10 minutes to update the board and plan their sprint? Does anyone not need 10 minutes other than Santi? All right, we're doing it, 10 minutes. I'm gonna
No problem.
set a time. I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes, and feel free to talk if you have any questions about what it is that you're planning or what you want to do this sprint. And then we'll go group by group and pull things from the product backlog into the sprint backlog. Everything that's in that you want to pull to the sprint should be tagged next. So sometimes I come across stuff that doesn't totally fit into the working group, but because it's assigned to a particular steward, I just assigned it to that working group. Like the swag stuff, Chewy, I put it in comms just to make sure it's in your radar, because I feel like that you'll see it easier if it's in comms.
Oh, yeah, and also I'm having regular one-on-ones with Acid Laser and, well, also Escanore, but I can definitely will help it be in my radar.
Cool. I also created a 4 contributor specific one for swag. Hopefully people will come and see if anyone is comes to and looks for 4 contributor stuff and they see it. Maybe we'll get lucky and get somebody who can also contribute.
I have one question, and is that one of the issues is highlighting praise and impact our discussions, but I see that there are like different like aspects, like one of the voting strategy, and one is like promoting information and communication, and the other is like also seeing how can the impact change from the different distribution. So I don't know if maybe someone can say something about how would they want the process that process to be done.
I think there are 3 parts, right? First, having some discussions to digest the analysis that I think started today in the session we had with Octopus, and we probably need a few more of those. And then once the information is digested, to have, and by digest, I mean like having a few directions that we want to turn into proposals. And we roughly have that now, but also needs more input from everyone. And then once we have that, we need to craft them into proposals. And those are like other sessions. And then we need to debate these proposals. That's how I think we could do it.
If I can share some feedback from that call with Octopus today, it seems like he like at the end of it, you had already jumped off, Livia. I think he's really just waiting for like, well, he said he's just waiting for like instructions for what to do next. And he can't do the Sunday call because he has family commitments on Sundays. But it seems like he's sort of in a holding pattern for more instructions on what he can look at next.
He did suggest something that we could do, that it's what we're mostly missing now, to categorize the data. So that's, it feels for me that that's an important information that is missing, because what we have now, it's not enough to, like, it doesn't inform us so much about what types of activities were praised more or less, because there's still so much data to categorize, and he said that that needs to be done manually. And if we could have like 15 people, for example, to look into this like 7,000 praises and divide into sections and then categorize them all, and then we'll have that information. So we could possibly schedule this for this week and gather people that would like to contribute to that.
I think we did something similar to that, like with Chess, Angela. I think they were there. Maybe Juan, you were also there. Like we had like a lot
Yeah,
of. right? I mean, I don't know if we did.
Yeah,
all the
there's a spreadsheet. We looked at it together. It's the spreadsheet, right? The Google spreadsheet. You had already jumped off as well, Septimus. And we looked at that spreadsheet together because that's specifically what we were talking about. And his reaction was that there's really more categories than he thinks we should have. And yeah.
And that the ones that were categorized already are 500 more or less, and it's not even like close to half of it, so it doesn't offer that much of an overview. So I think maybe we could do that. I don't know if everyone agrees.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can do a session the same way we do praise quant. We just do a session for categorization.
Yeah, I mean, let's do that.
I'll just drop a new issue with the link to the spreadsheet, but I'll figure out what to do with that. So 10 minutes is up. How are we feeling? Want a few more minutes? 5 more minutes? It's up to Griff and Livia because I can see them.
I need a
5 more minutes?
I need a little more time for Common Swarm, but you could just give me. You could just go to other people and I could do it.
5 sounds
Yeah.
good.
All right, we're gonna do 5, and then in 5 minutes we're gonna get started with Santi and get him out of here and to his commitments by past.
I honestly feel a bit confused because I think my issues are all involving a lot of people. So maybe it would be helpful to just go like make them on the fly.
Okay, we can do that too. Santi, this covenant issue, is this illegal?
Yeah, I just messed up. You have to finish it for me. Yeah, this is legal and it's already started. So it's in progress.
Cool.
I have an issue for it too that I also tagged legal.
Is it you that's working on it?
Well, it's
Santi?
me and Libby. Yeah, both of us.
Okay. Make progress on the covenant, got it. Cool. All right. I'll make this one yours since you're working on it too. Cool. All right. All right, why don't we get started, Santi, and then you can get out.
Perfect. You want to share it with me so we both work on the same thing?
Yeah, am I not sharing?
I'm seeing the spreadsheet.
Oh, oh yeah, okay. Let's see, change windows. I think it's this one.
There we go.
All right, hold on. All right, so we're in legal. Hold on. Now I need to turn the music down a little.
Yeah,
All right, cool, legal.
Yeah, I moved to in progress.
Progress.
Yeah,
Great.
I moved them to there. So the final, the update, the final, yeah, we're working on that. The 629, the final review of the docs, which is 724, we're working on that. And legal and third party, yeah, we're working on those three, okay? And those should probably be ending, they should be ending in next spring. Then there's one that I see on my Zen Hub that I don't see on yours, which is, what is it? Coordinate source grid data. Yeah, continue 547. I see 547 on my board, and that's already closed. That should be closed.
Oh, all right. Let's update it.
And we just have to add the covenant there correctly, and together with Libby, and that'd be it.
Okay.
And the source grid, yeah, we can update those with Libby. She's got more information than I do.
Okay. Is it worth us doing now, Libby, while we have Santi here as well? Because he's going to jump off at past.
Yeah, I think most of the following issues are Mateo. We are planning to do the first distribution on Monday. I put it all in that forum post, but he's installing the app. So he said that will probably be ready today. And then we did a vote yesterday. That was cool that a lot of people voted already to implement that. And then Monday, I think we can distribute.
What vote?
Was the vote to implement the tool to distribute.
Mm-hmm.
T-drops.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
It's the vote on the source grid group.
Oh, got it. I thought there was a vote on the forum I missed. All right, so this is assigned to Mateo now, and it'll be part of the sprint.
Yeah, we should be making the first distribution this spring, unless something happens, which I don't hope.
Okay, and then the committee sessions, that's already started, right?
Yeah, that's already started. Yeah, you could have the source grid committee sessions. That's ongoing, but you can kill that one because it doesn't have too much sense to keep it open.
Yeah. Okay. Because it's done.
And 546, you can also kill it because we are already working on that on the source credit group.
Cool. All right. So I'm searching by source cred, and this is the one thing on source cred, just so we all know. Is there anything else for source cred that needs to be done? Sounds like this is it, actually, right?
That probably holds a bunch of little issues or little things inside, but yeah, we can keep it on one issue right now, and after we make the first distribution, we may come out with different ones.
Okay, cool. All right. All right, excellent. Livia, do you want to go next, or do you want a little more time and we'll come back to SoftGov?
Yeah, I can go next.
Okay, I'm gonna jump off, guys. Thank
Bye,
you,
Santi.
Louis.
Have a
Thank
great
you, Tom,
weekend.
Santi.
for making me
Bye,
go
Santi.
first. Thank you. Have a great
See you.
weekend.
Deu.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so I think what is confusing is this is the praise thing.
Yeah, we
made
don't have.
Mhm. Yeah, I made this one organize praise analysis digest sessions. Maybe this covers it. Next print.
We could make that one an epic and relate other issues to that one.
Let's look. Yeah, I agree. Let's look at all of the. I totally agree with you, Juan Carlos. Let's look at all the issues and then we'll roll them up into an epic.
Okay.
So we have
so
organized praise,
yeah, Juan helped
keywords
me
and
out here.
categories.
That is, so we one issue could be like have the category session and then have discussions sessions to digest that information. So that would be another issue.
How about if I call it praise, impact hour, review, and vote, and I will just make it an epic, and then we can drop everything into this epic.
Okay, cool.
So, why doesn't that work? That's drives me nuts. ZenHub has made some really cool updates, but they've introduced some really annoying bugs in their update. And one of them is you can't create an epic and then, yeah, you can't do it that anymore. Let me see if I can find some other way to do this. Add issues to this epic. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, sorry, ZenHub has been super buggy these past few days.
No problem. I have the list here, and then I can coordinate with Juan to like what we're gonna be owning.
Okay. Like I think that I would be happy to collaborate in the debates, and maybe I can post the proposals in the debates, and encouraging the vote around around the possibility of change.
Cool. Okay, so you can I think staying with this one for now, organize praise analysis digest sessions, and then I can put inside here that it includes the categorizing the data. and then we
Which
can move
was the
on.
name of the epic? Tam? Sorry.
Number 760. It's praise / IH review and vote.
Okay.
And
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think that what success look like in the epic that I propose is that people is aware and informed of the different proposals. The proposals are representative of multiple alternatives. There is participation and recognition from the community to vote and debate, and the implementation of the proposal happens with good feelings.
Cool. And then can we move on from this epic?
what do you mean move on?
I mean,
So
other
I'm going to
issues?
drag the one that you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I can put them in manually like this. Is that what you mean? To add these other issues into here? Let me just, like this?
Yeah. Oh, you mean transforming that
this
into
one-
the epic?
No, they're all part of this bigger epic. ZenHub's just really buggy until their next update, but they're all part of this epic now. So this is the epic for everything that has to do with praise, impact, error, review, and voting.
Okay, great.
And right now we have these two issues inside, and they're both in this current sprint.
Okay.
Let's see if I can add it there. Nope. All right. Other ones for this epic and for the sprint?
For this epic, I don't know. I put steps into the organized praise analysis. If I feel like it needs to become another issue, I can break it down in a little bit. I don't want to take too much time here.
Okay, and I'll put the categories into the same epic. Is the categories, it has to be something that's sprint, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also?
I will also suggest another issue related to the same epic, and it's like understanding the impact of the total impact hours being different. That's something that Griff mentioned, and yeah, it's like an open question.
I think that can be like a bullet point inside of the issue, though, because it's inside of understanding the praise, digesting the analysis.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see categories. The data's in here too. Okay. All right. So Olivia, you want to just write the list in here, and then I don't need, this one doesn't need to be open anymore if you're going to keep track of it in here.
I see. Okay.
Actually, let's keep categorize the data open because it's going to be more than you who's doing it. So we'll have to assign it to the people who are doing it. Who are actually going to be doing that work.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought just one person to organize it and then.
Who is going to be doing that? Are you going to be organizing it?
Yeah, I thought of organizing it and then bring everyone in.
Okay. So, okay. All right. All right, cool. Are we missing anything for the praise since we're just creating these on the fly? Are we missing anything else we want to add for praise and the review and the vote? I guess you're going to keep track of everything in here.
Yeah, I think we have the main steps now, and we'll probably, maybe others will appear in the middle, but trying to keep concise.
Okay. All right. Why don't I label by softgov and see what else? All right. So there's some other stuff. Vi
Yeah,
mentioned that the terms and conditions, yeah, he mentioned that it's out of date. Or he said maybe we want to change it, but I didn't have a chance to look at it. Is that something that's related to this?
this is a very old issue, but we're looking into that now anyways for the covenant. Like the covenant is basically an updated version of the code of conduct and of the agreements we made a while ago, and including the mission, vision, and values.
Okay. Well, why don't we look at things that are tagged next sprint? Which one of these are we pulling into the, do you want to pull into the sprint?
Okay, so make progress on the covenant.
Cool.
The Git book is like involved in the covenant, so I think you can stay out. And the onboarding guide and resources, Kate has been championing it. We've been talking about
I'm
that.
not seeing what you're seeing. Okay, which one are you, what are you, how are you, where is
Should
the
I share my
onboarding
screen?
resources? Oh, this one, the support TLs. Yeah, this one? Onboarding module framework?
No, there is one issue I have here that is review and gather info for an up-to-date onboarding resources and guide that I see is tagged with next sprint, but I think Katie is taking this on that T-Wells, so maybe I can close this one.
Okay, so all of this, so there's an orientation now. And so this is sort of everything that's tagged orientation. Oh, here it is, I see.
Sorry, this is also messy. And then
We should have a SoftGov specific planning session, I was thinking, actually. I think it'd be helpful for us to maybe spend an hour this sprint, just sort of like doing refinement in the product backlog.
Yeah, that would be really helpful. And then prepare each Paris presentation. I don't know when they will say that the talks were chosen or not, but I guess it has to be prepared anyways.
All right.
And weekly SoftGov calls.
Hold on, I'm not seeing it. Is
I
it
put
tagged
in the sprint.
SoftGov? I don't know.
It was
Oh,
tagged
you put
next
it there,
sprint, but I
don't
put it
see
there.
Oh. Sorry, are you guys seeing the same screen that I am? I'm so confused. It's not showing. It's not showing what it should. I think that in the latest fix of ZenHub, they introduced a few bugs.
I'm seeing.
All right.
All
right.
Wasn't looking
If
at
you put it
yours,
in there,
right?
it's going to be in there.
Yeah, I put in there.
Okay, then it's in there. Cool. What else? What else?
I think maybe that's it, and I feel like I need to work. All of the rest needs to be more organized.
Okay, cool. So I'm just going to mention some things. So the idea of the steward nomination process was something I think you suggested and that we could think about and talk about. Probably not something we pull into this sprint though, but we'll leave it here in the product backlog so it doesn't get lost, unless you want to prioritize it. And then Nate wanted to talk about how we could nominate and recognize subject matter experts more formally and officially. I don't think Nate is on this call. Nate, are you here? No.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So, yeah. Oh, shoot, I didn't see you, sorry.
That's okay.
Is that something that you maybe would you want to lead us?
Yeah, I was planning on it. Just trying to get some feedback as well. So, yeah.
I dropped a comment in there earlier.
Yeah, I responded just recently.
Okay.
Oh, great, yeah. Nice. Okay.
But yeah, you can definitely put it in
So
the sprint.
comment, I think, for... Yeah, this is great. Excellent. Thank you, Nate. Fantastic. Okay, and that comes into the sprint. Checklist for new working groups. We have a new working group. We don't know all the things we need to do to make sure that they're like well situated in Discord and ZenHub and the forum and Gitbook. And so I'm looking for a volunteer for someone to take this on. If somebody can help build this checklist, would be awesome. Anyone interested?
What do you?
I think D-Dan would love that.
Ooh, that sounds nice. That's true. There was other comments. I heard other people. Zep, I heard you say something.
I was just going to say like, yeah, what's the what's the goal with this issue? And yeah, but if Tidan is taking it, yeah, it's fine. I was just wanted to have some clarification. Maybe I could take it, but if Tidan is taking it, that's awesome.
Ah, cool. Well, I think in fact, you reminded me that you're a really good person to be in vice process on, because it's also YouTube and the YouTube playlist. There's just a bunch of little things that have to happen when we have a new working group, and we just don't have that yet. So it's like when there's a new working group, all the places we need to update and bring that person in. I mean, that working group in.
Yeah.
What else is in thought of next sprint? I know Katie's still working on this with T-Wells. Map decisions hatchers should make. It seems like that's turning into the piece that Eduardo is going to be doing around based on the legal documents for, maybe it's different actually. Is this something that, no, it's completely different. Is this something that goes into this sprint, or we leave it in the product backlog?
We talked about this a while ago. I feel like these decisions are like emerging. I felt a difficulty to like I don't think there's something that we don't know yet. I think everything feels very, clear there. Or anyone has like questions about what types of decisions hatchers should make?
Sorry, in what context? In terms of the actual hatcher?
In general, like we had the proposals, for example, that it was a call to action for choosing the hatch params, and then we had a whole the thing for that to happen, and then that happened, and then the next thing will be probably the test hatch. Like that was something that kind of went out of the radar on promoting.
So for this round, doing it for the commons upgrade parameters and stuff?
Just for the test hatch to have more people participating, I think that would be the next call to action to hatchers. And then the next one will be the new dashboard. And then there will be the covenant. I think the decisions hatchers should make are those like big scoped decisions that we usually use token weight voting, and that we want to communicate everyone that has that impact to come in and vote.
lo voy metiendo. Pero creo que la llanta, ya. Entonces lo que hago es.
Okay, and so it's just around the communications to hatchers and like what informing them on what to expect.
Yeah.
Sí me salió bien.
Yeah, I feel like we're already doing this naturally, so I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I think so too. So maybe we could close that one. We can't hear you, Tim.
We still cannot hear you, nor see you.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. What did I miss?
Nothing happens without you.
All right. Yeah, I don't. My computer really just froze for a minute, and it's making that whirling sound again. So I had to close Firefox. Otherwise, it sounds like a jet taking off. Is my screen showing?
No.
I don't see it.
Oh, what the? All right, we'll try again. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Probably in the interest of time, we're going to move to the next one. And unless there's anything, Lydia, that you think needs to be pulled in, or we can add stuff in our refinement. You know, product backlogs can get really stale and out of date. And every maybe month at 2 months, it's worth just having a session to go through them and update and delete and add things. And it's been a really long time since we've done that, 7 months or something, 6 months. So it's just time for us to do that again. Shall we move? Griff, you're always ready. Shall we jump to Params and comments form?
Yeah, definitely. Man, I'm actually just diving into comments form right now and having a lot of troubles with the redemptions app. Was anyone able to rage quit? Does anyone know what I'm even talking about?
I did it. And
you were able to rage quit?
Yeah.
The app actually loaded for you?
Yeah, which I don't check it if I received the TDI because I had a lot and I didn't. Maybe I don't see the difference, but I was able to rage quit, and yeah, it seems everything worked. But I'm not, I don't know if my balance increased or not because I don't know. It was only 90 TDI and I already had a bunch on there, but I could check the. Let me give me 1 second.
Well, I want to encourage anyone to try to rage quit and try to vote on the Commons upgrade. If these apps don't work for us, then then we fail. So please help us. And I don't know, maybe I need to throw a party or something, and maybe we need to do a new hatch demo, but we didn't get enough engagement. So that's a major issue that I didn't put up, but is going to be my main focus for Common Swarm, which is try to get some user engagement on our demos. Because just being funny about it didn't work. So we'll have to try something else. And right now the vote is even failing. Like we only have 78% support and we need 88% support. So
Where can I
I
find this
just rage
link?
quit.
I just put them in the
YouTube.
stewards. I just put them in the stewards chat. They were in the. That was probably the biggest problem is I didn't push the links. But yeah, so that's kind of the goal for the sprint for the common swarm is just like do the demo again probably, and like try to get some more engagement and maybe throw a party for giving feedback on it or something so that we can actually get some improvements through because the common swarm is basically done for the hatch. You know, the other side of things, but it would be good to like get some like user feedback. The other thing for the common swarm is the just making progress on converts. Probably the biggest thing is the stats page. I think that's on there.
Do you want me to add? Yeah, it's on here. Do you want me to add engagement for the demo?
Yeah,
I
have to talk to them on Monday about doing another demo. So I don't like I don't know, right? But that's so I don't know about putting it on the board until I get some like validation. But yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. And then there's this cool stats page that I'm excited about. It's kind of like there's info.uniswap. We kind of need like an info.bonding curve so that people can see where they're at on the bonding curve. And there's a cool issue in the common swarm repo for that. And then of course close all the hatch issues is always there.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
and I guess onboarding the product manager.
Yeah, I have a really promising candidate who's super cool and knowledgeable. I hope that it'll work out, but he's got one more interview. And if that's cool, awesome. Otherwise, I'll probably try to find another product manager. And we still need to make the spec. Thank you. There's that. That was one more issue. Take the hatch spec and have Sam make it. Yeah, I like that one better.
Okay.
And then
Params?
Yeah, Params is a little more documented. The big stuff that we're working on is the two things, like the engineering path and the design path. So and then this sprint we're going to try to do a bunch of forum posts for the bonding curve. So we're really all those forum posts that are marked next sprint. And I would love some support. I think Mitch was already talking with Chewy about getting some more comm support for writing these forum posts. But that's what we're going to really hack on this sprint is we have the design specs basically pretty much done, and Marco's going to take them and run with them and put the I think there's a couple Marco issues here for the prototype. Yeah, so by next sprint.
Yes, he doing lockup. Is
Yeah.
he doing that this sprint?
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be done. Maybe it shouldn't go in the sprint backlog, but he's going to make a lot of progress. It'll probably be done next sprint. The actual
so we
app.
have a lot of forum posts in here.
Yeah.
We have a lot of forum posts.
And
they're all
unassigned.
getting done. They're all for ABC.
Yeah, they're all for ABC. And they're not, you remember those forum posts that we used to write, right? They're not that insane. We have these 4-hour hack sessions. And I feel like our community is much more educated about things these days than we were in the past and have more resources. So I don't think it'll be hard to get a forum post on exit tribute and a forum post on entry tribute, or open price.
Okay. And what about this one, Celeste? Is this one officially out of the dashboard because it's self-governing gravity and legal?
We can close this, I think, in favor of, there's another forum post issue that I want to write. I think we can close this because it's like a yes and a no. Can we go to, if you want to leave it open, we can, but I think we can close it and go to another issue that I made. Which is like a forum post. Where is it? Make a forum, the last one, 756. Make a forum post about the power of defaults. So the idea is that instead of cutting them completely from the scope, we just have like an advanced drop down that people don't really get directed towards, but it's there and configurable. And if someone is like, nope, I don't like that, they can go ahead and change it. And when someone forks their thing, they're going to use the fork of that person. You know, we're not going to like change it. It's like it's configurable, but we're not going to make it like part of our focus to make it easy to explain what they are. And so I need to make a forum post outlining the many parameters that we're going to cut from the scope of like engaging the user to play with, right? And just have that like boring drop down with a link to a forum post that explains what it is. But like that's it. You know, if you want to play with those, you better be a genius or something and figure it out, because we just can't teach everybody everything in these 2 months on a dashboard.
The redemption app didn't work, by the way, at least for me.
It did work?
No, it didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a big issue. We'll have to fix that.
It did for me. Like I could rage quit.
Yesterday?
I got some test die. No, like right now. I just tried it right now, and
Yeah, I did
could
too.
rage quit.
It worked.
Weird.
Weird, yeah, it's not loading for me.
Thank you guys for testing this. Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is the kind of thing we really need. So thank you so much. Because this is a huge problem, right? Like we have to figure out why this is happening, why people can't rage quit. Some people can and some people can't. And so this is, yeah, anyway. So power of defaults, I'm going to outline this framing. I've been talking a lot with Z and Marco and Mitch about it, and I want it to be a conversation with the community.
And is that happening in this sprint?
Definitely has to. I was hoping to get it done this week. It didn't happen. My current status is all I have done is like pulled out the ones that I want to, that we're not going to describe in the dashboard, but I actually have to write a post about it.
Okay.
So, and I don't know what progress YGG is going to make on the engineering stuff, but I'm sure there will be something. I just don't think it should go in any. Yeah, there will be progress, but nothing I can set a goal for.
Cool. All right. That's it. Ready to go on?
Yep.
Cool. All right. Shall we do Hatch Outreach?
Sure.
Well, I'll throw the campaigns in. This TEC Hatch Visual Explainer, that stuff. The one pager now that we have the final version, and I'm not doing outreach group sessions. I am doing spot Hatcher outreach. I did Sherman this week, which was great, super fast version. And Eduardo. Yes. Oh, this is, I don't know what this is from actually. This is something that just looks like it's an older thing. And it's about, I had a quick look to see Hatch in the glossary and Gitbook. It looks like it just needs someone to look at it for a few minutes. I just thought I would take it on so we can close this issue. Unless anyone else would like to volunteer for finding out where we write things about Hatch and whether it is up to date or needs to be updated. But I think I can get to that. And Eduardo?
Yes. Do you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. On the rest, I already moved. I mean, I will have outreach of hatchers this sprint, so that will happen too. Just the ones that needed the ones left to be onboarded, basically. And I think we should add.
We're still. Who's left? You mean from the curate sheet? You're working from the curate sheet?
No, I'm from the person who haven't activated trusted seed membership.
Oh, got it. Okay. All right. Okay, so this is, I got it.
Yeah, and then there is the scouts that is not. I don't know if there is a scout issue that we can do with comps. I don't know if we did open it in comps.
I'm sorry, what issue is this, Edu?
Just an issue for scouts. Like, have we?
No, I have not yet. Probably we should also start a label for this for T Scouts.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah,
So,
TEC Scouts as a label. That sounds fantastic. Eduardo, maybe we just open an issue for that? What is it exactly? Let's see. Let me get rid of this. What should we?
For me,
what is the?
It's activation of the scouts, basically, and kickoff of the scouts. Yeah.
Okay. Can you do me a favor? I'm just gonna maybe drop this.
Yeah.
And you can add some.
I will fill the blanks.
That would be great. Number 2, update with details. Awesome. And it's sort of like Hatcher Outreach and comms. I'll just drop it in both. And Chewy, I don't know if you haven't made an issue for yourself too. Maybe you want to make the same one. If not the kickoff meeting, just also we can call it something else. I just dropped the kickoff meeting since that's the one thing I know is going to happen. But it could also be the building that team and providing the material that they need to be successful. Cool.
Yes. Can you do you think you can assign me in this issue, Tim? We're still figuring out times, but probably we're gonna be able to do this on Wednesday mornings. Just like I think it's an hour before the available spot you had on Wednesday. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to attend it, but yeah, I'll keep everyone updated on this and also on the TEC calendar.
Cool. I'm not going to assign you to the same one just so that we have separate issues for separate people, but I'm going to create another one for you. I'm calling it Kickoff Meeting TEC Scouts. Change the name to TEC Scouts, whatever, planning, preparation, creation. Change it to whatever makes sense, whatever work that you're actually doing to create the TEC Scouts. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
And then you could both track your work individually from each other.
Perfect.
Okay. I feel like these Hatch Outreach, it's probably time to close these, right?
I agree on that.
Livia, does this serve any purpose for you now, the Hatch Outreach that was assigned to you? Because you did so much, but
Just close. I closed it earlier today.
You closed this issue?
Yeah, doesn't it says closed?
Oh yeah. Wait.
Oh, I thought I had closed it.
No. It could be a bug.
Or
right.
No, I removed the repeating tag and forgot to close. Yes. That's what happened. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Livia says.
Because I thought even if you close with the repeating tag, it keeps coming back, right?
It's true. And Eduardo, the proposal squad outreach, I think we could say this one is done now.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, this will be, I will put it on the comment that this will become, exactly what you were writing.
Cool. Okay, cool, excellent. So are you doing either this Hatch outreach? I guess this one is pretty important, right? This one's definitely higher priority than the closing of a working group.
Yeah.
Will you be able to work on this sprint?
Yeah. Yeah, it will be.
Oh, This one, okay, hold on.
I labeled
This is one I
the
had
one
for
for next
you.
sprint already, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So here's the impact hour stuff, and then the one about hatch outreach, I'll leave it here, unless you're doing those sessions too, this sprint. I don't really have any, yeah. I'm going to take mine out too, actually, because I'm not really committing to doing those this sprint.
Yeah, I mean, I
Does that make sense, or are you doing?
I am having sessions this spring, so yeah.
You have.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Right.
And I'm going to take repeating off this one. Okay. All right. So cool. Anything else?
Nope.
I think this is it for us. All right. So, Septis, what have you got?
Yay! We prepared it a bit with. Oh yeah, I had some issues that I didn't put next sprint because, like, for example, I was talking with YGG today for the audit, but I know like he's super basic. He told me yes, but I didn't wanted to make it like next sprint because, yeah, I mean the working group is still very new. Like there is a lot of work to be done before, and that's a question I also had. Like, for example, I know like a lot of new working groups are popping in, and the issue you raised before, like a list of the working groups, what should they have prepared, that'd be awesome. Because for example, with YGG, I mean, I know him from long time, and I just was talking like to him like a friend, like, hey, we could do that, and he was, yeah. But I mean, then for example, like for other groups, like I don't know that much. If I just tell, oh, we might need an audit and that stuff, maybe that'd be too much intrusive. Like if we could embrace it on the process, that'd be awesome. And with the issue Didan is working on, I think that's a good solution. And then,
Yeah. Can I just respond to that directly?
Yeah.
It's a great idea. It's a great idea. I mean, definitely we don't want to audit a working group that's 2 weeks old.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we should definitely give them months, 4 or 5 months even, like a chunk of time to become part of the working groups. But and that's why I think it's really great that you're listed for advice process on that working group checklist, because something that they should do is have like a welcome doc, and it says like, hey, these are the processes that the working groups go through, and one of those things should be audit, so that they can prepare for that with some good runway.
Oh, maybe that's an
Sorry,
issue.
well,
No,
what was the other?
that's awesome, Tom. I think that's an issue we could take on transparency. We'll just type it in here and add it for the next calendar on the next call. Or I just read it after. Then another thing, on the Params audit, we just re-uploaded it, and ByByB had to take away permissions from Jake. It's the issue is done, but I just let it open just to tell what happened there. ByByB just reopened the forum post with my name, but to do that he had to revoke admin powers on Jake, and I just wanted to say it in here because we did that, and just to everyone be aware of what we did. And we could also give it them again if that would be needed, but I just wanted to mention, and I will close the issue right after. And then I created an issue that might be an epic, but I feel like also we can, with Nate we are doing 1 hour a week every week, and every week we are brainstorming on all the actions that can be taken on one platform, and we are creating rules. And I toggled for next sprint, but actually maybe it's not a thing that happened on next sprint, because it's something that we are working on, and it's a bit slow because we are the process is we are brainstorming on okay, that's awesome, Tom. Definitely what we're doing there is every week we are taking one platform, and when we have all of them, then we can create the rules and go through the forum, so we go to advice process and all of our processes. But that's something we are doing, and I think
what does success look like? How do we know when this issue is done?
If you look down, I put some instructions there. I believe I did. This is the document where we're working in, and that's a short explanation of what we're doing there. But the idea is, first brainstorm on all the platforms, and that's something that Nate told me yesterday, like not yesterday, maybe 2-3 days ago, and like it makes sense. Like for each platform have different rules because maybe on YouTube we can have rules that are not the same for HubSpot because it's more sensitive and it make a lot of sense. And yeah, we're just drafting rules for each platform, but yeah, then we need to get consensus from the community to get them. And then, yeah.
I don't fully understand that. Sorry, I don't fully understand this. So, so basically, you know that this is a list of what can be done on YouTube, and then you're going to match it with like people or personas or profiles, right?
Yeah, and then if you see, like we just came up with 2 rules, like we write it in there. Like for example, like when someone, I don't know, like have to delete a video, maybe they don't have to say ask for approve, but at least give a notification to all the YouTube members. Or when you apply a new, like, I mean, we're still thinking, but when you get a new member, let all the members know, or just in case of, of conflict or whatever. Like, but just to have a consensus and we all work on the same thing. And related to that, I also created another issue for like the forum post that it's already live on the forum, and it would be super cool, like if anyone who have strong or soft opinions on how to manage the credentials put their opinions in there, because the idea with this forum post is like we have some processes, like and the idea is like when we have all of them, what I would try to do is, without being biased to anyone, like post all of them, what are the pros, what are the cons, and yeah, of course, like the who post the process who also say it, but yeah, just to try put all the pros, all the cons, and then have a decision through the community who want to approach that, because I see a lot of different opinions on this issue. But yeah, I think the idea is like to have like 1 or 2 weeks, like the forum being there so the people can get engaged, and then when we have it, it's also, I'm not sure like if, I mean, keeping track of this issue is something that's going to happen, but yeah, the idea is like yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just trying to understand what it is. I don't know, but it's.
I think at the end of the day, it's
so there's a forum post.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, right now on the forum post, like it's like the way we manage credentials now is with Keybase, and then it's also proposed the YAM and what are the pros and what are the cons. And for the moment, what I would do it's to make a forum post explaining what are like these 2, but the idea is like more community members commenting there and put their opinions, and maybe have more proposals, let's say, and then we make a decision together.
Okay, let me ask one important question. How do you know when this issue is finished? How do you know it's done?
I mean, we could make a timer, like let's say 2 weeks, or I mean, it depends on. I mean, it can be done like if you say like 1 week, but I also want to give time to the community. I don't know. For the moment, there is no engagement on the forum post,
So this is a forum post that explains the pros and cons of the forum vote for the new tool. Is that correct?
It's for YAM and Keybase. But for example, Durgadas was also talking about another platform, and I'm waiting like he have a forum post, and then we also have like the idea is to merge all these opinions.
And the account management.
Yeah.
Okay. So this basically, so when you know this is done, when you've explained clearly to the community the pros and cons of the different account management platforms.
Exactly.
Does that sound right?
Yeah, and then it's when
like
we can close
a forum post that explains. Okay. Cool. Does this sound correct for you, Zach?
Yeah. And Nate wanted to say something. I hear him for a moment.
I was just going to say about the code of conduct. The idea was just kind of to incorporate more of Eleanor Ostrom and identify the boundaries of each of the platforms so we can have a better system of mutual monitoring graduated sections that will apply to these platforms in the future.
Got it. Cool. So if we said what does success look like, then it's that there's a list of possible actions on each platform so that we can not create boundaries, but respect boundaries.
Yeah, similar to what we did in our handbook or TEC handbook with the boundaries of the other platforms, where we started off with just what can and can't be done. It's a starting point, but I would like to see those turn into kind of more comprehensive forms of code of conduct for each area that we use.
Okay, to have a list of actions possible on our platforms to then turn and then to inform the code of our code of conduct. Does that sound right? So it's to have a list of actions that are possible on every platform in order to inform the code of conduct. Does that sound correct, Zeb and Nate?
That is correct, yeah.
Thank you, Tom. And Nate.
Yeah, thanks. And okay, so these three, and then this one's repeating, so I'll bring it in. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is what we were working on. Yeah, next sprint.
Cool. All right, let's move on. Maybe we'll do the stewards. Checklist for new working groups. Oh, that we thought we'd see if Dan could do that. Yeah, so I also submitted a proposal or a talk to ETHCC, and I don't know if it's been accepted or not, but the title is Community Stewardship's Importance for Bootstrapping DAOs, and I'm going to build it, and if it's not accepted, I'm probably going to give it places anyway. So Katie's working on a Stewards update on the forum, and she wasn't able to do it today. There is a bike that malfunctioned and lots of things happened, but probably next week. And Chewy and Livia supplied a lot of advice process for that. But the idea is, I don't know if everyone here gets that weekly digest from the TEC forum, but it's sort of just a list of all the latest posts. The idea is that it's a really convenient way for people who are very keen on the TEC, but have other things that they're working on to be able to very quickly see the things that are going on in the TEC. So it'll be basically one of the posts every week just before the digest goes out will be a stewards update. So every working group and what's going on in that working group, similar to what we do for the community sync on Thursday nights. So from Thursday night, Katie will build a stewards update that'll go out Friday to everyone who subscribed to the forum. Oh, and this is just to keep track of us posting every week, every sprint. I'm adding it as a check-in on our weekly steward sync. If we need to, I can end up creating an issue for everyone just so it's on your list of every week, and we'll see. Gitcoin grants, I know Craig is working on this, and I think that's amazing that he's working on this. So we'll bring it into the sprint. I tried front end on Rinkeby. Oh, wow, this is done. Wait, this one's working. Okay, our skeleton is up. Okay, so technically this is working, but the last piece to do is to have the swag tech token be accepted. So closing this site is live. Still needs the token to be new friend. into the C# code. Okay. Let's see, and it's here actually. Very expensive apron, if anyone wants to buy it. Very expensive apron. These are not real products. This is just sample products. We also need to populate it with real products, which Chewy and Acid Laser are working on. Okay. Close that. And then it's still being documented. I'm just going to continue to do the documentation until it's finished. And I'll bring in the repeatings that Ivy do as well. All right, shall we go to gravity? Juan Carlos, would you like to share what gravity will be working on this sprint?
Yes, for sure. Well, we are going to continue our outreach to OneHive and Giveth. And we are preparing with Didan and Durgadas the two calls from the 17th and the 24th of June. Because I wanted to engage some rotation, and also I am going to travel. So that's like a great strategy for adding new contributions. Then we'll make the 17th NBC workshop, and Durgadas will talk the 24th about decolonization mindset. And I am also going to be following the impact hour analysis, and I am gonna try to post the proposals and promote the debates, and to encourage the vote. And continuing the community support and all the gravity cases that may arise.
Cool. All right. Chewy, what is comms gonna be? What's comms gonna look like these next 2 weeks?
Hey Tam, so our videos are gonna be finished. We already have the community video. I just started a new issue so that we can plan a campaign around that. I think we can discuss this like isolated campaigns for specific content during the working group, and to see how we can get the most out of it.
So the Y video and the animated video, right? Both of these,
yes, the Y video is finished.
Okay.
I still need to upload it to YouTube because I uploaded the incorrect version. But once it's there, I'm gonna keep it unlisted until we can plan a good campaign around it next week. But ideally, I'm targeting to have it around 10 days before the hatch, so that we can get some hype, and before it comes down, we can go into the hatch. Animation video will work similarly, but I think we can properly plan around it once it's out of production. Let me check. Let me go back to the board.
Okay, and the TEC Hatch T-shirt and TEC swag. I assigned them both to you because Acid Laser's not yet on GitHub.
Yes.
So once he's on, we could change it to him.
Okay. I wanted
just
to
leave
take
it
the
assigned
chance
to you.
to make a question about this. Septi, about having access to a repo. Is it gonna go through the same process now that we're discussing credentials and all of this, or can someone add users, because also Escanora needs access to the repo to for some of the Twitter planning.
Yeah.
Do you have some admin privileges, Tam?
We're talking about adding him to GitHub?
Yes.
Yeah, we can add anyone to GitHub. GitHub should be very open. Anyone, I mean, not, we're pretty liberal with our, even, how we assign people, but he just needs to send his GitHub username and we can add him to this repo very easily.
Yeah, we took all the sensitive things like the common swarm, separated into its own repo, and we've been taking all of the sensitive things out of this repo so it can be very liberal. Like, feel free to make anyone an owner.
Actually, since we're talking about this, Scanore is just asking me access for the HubSpot, and we don't have a process right now. I know he's working on the Twitter strategy, but I'm just asking you guys, what should we do? Like, I know he wants to work there, so it would make sense, but he's also new, so I don't know. I would like to know what we should do.
HubSpot is where we keep all of our emails, though, right?
Yeah, there's other sensitive information as well, so it's kind of needs to go through another filtering process.
Yeah, like he's using HubSpot for Twitter, so I don't know if there's a way in which he can only have access to the Twitter features. But I do agree that we should be careful with the mailing list.
Does he have to use HubSpot for Twitter, or do you use HubSpot to tweet? Is that what's going on?
We're planning on that, yes.
Yeah.
That is so cool. I guess we need to do research to see if we can pull out, because I definitely don't think it's too early for Escanore to have access to every data on HubSpot.
I'll talk to him about the HubSpot, but right now I think for now just including him on the GitHub repos and just like be able to assign some stuff in the board. I think it's gonna it can be enough for at least for this weekend. I'll talk to him.
Did this Escanore have the credentials for the Gmail? Because I just received a phone thing like saying for a link on like the 2FA. And
Okay, yes, I think you can log into HubSpot with the Gmail account. I don't know if it's linked.
But did you give him the password? I mean, I didn't.
No. I did not give him a 2FA. He just asked me actually. So I'm gonna check in with him.
Okay.
Just to called everything for HubSpot. Like GitHub is good for now.
Cool. You need to the ones you said. I mean, I did try their handles, but neither of them are in GitHub. Can you just check with them to make sure that they have accounts on GitHub?
They
or have them just send me their GitHub.
I'm sending you the link.
Maybe
for
I just,
Escanore.
yeah. Maybe
they have to accept
yeah,
it.
this is better actually. Yeah.
And then they have to
in
accept
fact,
it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yes, they do. Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Yeah, like Griff said, like there's no code, there's no private information. This is a coordination repository, so it's really just, and it's open to everyone to read anyway. So anyone who wants to be able to be assigned issues, create issues, close issues, should have that access. All right, what else? Uh-oh, did I freeze? Chewy?
I'm sorry, Tam. What was that?
I thought I froze. What else? What else is going on in comms?
Okay, in comes another Other issues that we have, let me check. The short post about that article that Sargam requested. I think it should be done by this sprint. Um, just that I assigned Manu because he volunteered for it, so I'm gonna follow up with him during this weekend. Um, improvements to the forum.
This article is also being tracked in the polycentric governance article. Now it's in the common stack repo. So I think I'm going to close it here since it's being tracked there. Does that make sense, Chewy, for you?
In the common stack repo?
Yeah, the polycentric governance in the TEC is also in the common stack repo now.
Okay, but I'm not in that repo. Like, do you mean that you need me to follow up on this?
No,
Okay.
I don't think at all. Griff gave a bunch of reviews. It's probably close to being published, but I don't think it needs to be on this board anymore. I linked to this one because this one has such good information in it. It has so much information, so I linked to this one, but I'm going to close this one unless you have a reason you want to leave it on this board.
That's okay. I was gonna ask you also about the article that I'm helping Sherman with. Should I start an issue or should I wait until she has like some kind of draft or something? This is just that since we still have to catch up on many things, I don't know if there's a lot that can be updated in an issue, but should I start one right now or once we have at least a first draft?
So we can always create as many issues as you want and just leave them in the product backlog to be done later. So since we know it's going to happen, we could definitely open an issue and just leave it in the product backlog, not bring it into a sprint until it's ready to bring into a sprint. But I had some thoughts about that. I wonder if it's better than creating like a document that shares a bunch of updates. I feel like a conversation with her, a 1-hour conversation with her, would be a better, maybe faster way to give her an update about the TEC. And I'd be happy to join. Maybe Griff would be happy to join if he has time. What do you think about that? And then sort of brainstorm around possible articles.
I'd be in for that, but for now, like well, at least she was very like specific on give me some stuff that I can like do some research and read by myself, and we can catch up and I'm gonna have some questions. So probably could be like a better idea for like a second stage or like a second follow up with her, because I started doing that in our previous 101, like trying to talk to her about like the highlights and stuff, and she like got quickly confused and said like, okay, give me like some supporting material so I can catch up with this, like understand it, and then I'll have some questions and we can follow up on those. So I will let you know with as much time as I know, so we can get together with her and support her.
Does she know the Gitbook already? Did you already share Gitbook?
I sent her some stuff, but like we agreed on just the document that I gave you. I'm gonna include all of that in this document, like links and stuff that she can check out by herself.
Cool. That would be cool. All right. Other stuff from comms. I see Discord automatic call announcements. Oh yeah, just some things to change.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Vi will get to this, so we'll bring it in. Create template. Okay, those aren't tagged next sprint. The SEO stuff are we still doing this on a sort of needs to happen basis? Should we bring it into the sprint or just leave it in the backlog?
You can leave that in the backlog, but Chewy, I don't know if you had plans for it in the short term.
I think it's something that we're going to start covering on the Friday meetings, but for now I agree that the backlog is best until we can take care of like the first steps of the C&D process. Yeah, for now, I think the backlog is good.
Cool. What do you guys think about the style guide? TEC style guide, so tutorial style guide and a design or visual ID style guide.
Yeah, I still have to talk to Katie about that. We used our last one-on-one session to work on the weekly updates, which is actually something else that I can open an issue on. But we Katie and I will cover that, and I'll try to open with her like more one-on-one sessions per week, because one is not being enough.
Yeah, definitely.
You can put that in the sprint. I'll help make sure that gets on the sprint with Katie.
Cool. Or at least get started.
Yeah.
I know you already got started on some stuff, and we could sort of have a draft, like a really raw draft. Just
yeah,
so
I sent her the initial draft. I don't know if she did anything with it yet or not.
Cool. All right. Do we want to leave this in the product backlog? It's just the parts of crypto news talk. Find the part of crypto news where Griff talks about token engineering. Yeah, I don't know if this is a burning priority compared to all the other stuff on your plate, and maybe this is something that 4 contributors can do.
Or even just close it
Just
at
4
this
contributors?
point. I mean, it's
I'll try to assign it to an editor. This week, two persons that are more familiar with video editing contacted me, so I'll try to see if they're interested in making that contribution. And yeah, it's just because it's such a lengthy video. It's been hard to take the time to edit.
Cool. And if they don't want to, we could close it. Does that make sense? It's Fahern, right? Who has video editing experience and volunteered to do stuff.
Yeah, he's one of the volunteers.
Cool. All right, let's just bring it in and we could figure out what to do with it. Okay. All right. Is there anything else that we should add here? For comms?
No, I think that's it for comms.
Okay, so we have these we have orientation and source cred, which are a little bit outside of the working groups, but they have their own tags because they're meaty enough projects. Oh, I did 2 of these. Oh, yeah. I guess I'm gonna do both. 151 and close this. We have this issue that we've had for a while, we keep coming back to, which is the idea that when we search for 4 contributors, there's not so much stuff that people could really jump in and take. It's kind of a big-ish project, but now that we have the 4 contributor template, we can build more of these. So I'm leaving it in the product backlog, but just for everyone to consider, if they have something that they think can be a piece of work for contributors, you can use the 4 contributor template, and it sort of gives a little welcome message and where to find us on Discord, the community steward, that should be the one that the person gets in contact with, and then just some details about it. So, and then tag it for it's already tagged for contributors actually. So if we have things in our working groups for contributors, we could do that. And eventually it would be nice if maybe somebody takes on helping make sure that there are things for contributors. QA FAQ forum post for orientation channel. Okay, I know that's something that Katie wanted to work on. Orientation using ZenHub in the TEC. So an idea that Katie had was to have some sort of orientation for how to use ZenHub. So maybe part of an AMA or some other space where, or maybe it's a video, I don't know, where people, people can train other people on how to use ZenHub and specifically how to find issues that they can jump in and do. Maybe we'll leave the rest out. Discord message for Omega, I know she's working on. All right, and then we have a bunch of repeating stuff. Oh yeah, that's okay. All right, and now I just want to see if there's anything that has come up that's new that isn't here yet. Communication to hatchers, what is this? Okay, this is old. So we'll see if there's anything else. No, that looks like that's it. Cool. That's it. That's our planning. Welcome to Sprint 12. So we're gonna go around and just say good night and have a nice weekend, everyone. No question. Feel free to share what you're doing this weekend if you want to, but you're under no obligation. And I'll pass to Juan Carlos. And just how you feel about Sprint 12. Yeah, how do you feel about Sprint 12? That'll be the question. I'll pass to Juan Carlos.
Yeah, I feel that we are getting closer and that things are coming together. I feel really happy about how everything is going. I will fly to Peru on Monday, so I am like packing up, and I'm super excited to getting to know a different country and spend some 15 days there. And I don't have any name for this sprint, but maybe I can add it in the document after a while. I will pass to Chuy.
Gracias, Juan. This weekend I'm just resting and try to find new interesting food in Mexico City. And as far as a sprint name, I just can't think of anything, but no, never mind.
We haven't been naming the sprints. There's this, but one of the updates, I think I'm sharing the right screen. So the sprints actually can't be named. I got a message from ZenHub saying that they were responding to my request to add names for sprints because I really loved us having names, and right now they're just automatically created and you can't name them. And then they said that we can have the beta version of ZenHub if we wanted to do it, and I thought maybe we're not gonna mess around with that because there's enough bugs that are in like the final version. I didn't want to do the beta, but we will go back to naming sprints. So for today, maybe unless you have a great name and you're really passionate about naming it, in which case we will. You could just say what you're gonna do this weekend and how you feel about Sprint 12. Back
I would
to you,
name it
Tree.
This Is Fine. I would name it This Is Fine in reference to that meme of that dog in the burning house. But not in a bad way, just like things are happening. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not that inspired today. I pass it to Nate.
Not many big plans this week. Yeah, just getting ready to see some family, but that's about it. Yeah, I will pass it to Griff.
I feel pretty good about this sprint. I think we're going to be surprised at how critical this sprint is for us with the praise analysis stuff coming in. major progress on, at least on my side, of like closing the hatch and pushing the commons simulator, or sorry, the second part of the commons simulator, the actual thing, the commons dashboard, and I'm really excited to see how much coordination is happening in comms and onboarding and all this stuff. Man, it's like, wow, just insane number of people coming in. It's like, I feel like we're like organizing so many other people's work that is not in this call right now. It's really hard, and but we're doing it well. So yeah, this sprint feels anticlimactic in some way, like while we're organizing it, but I don't think so. I think it's going to be a huge sprint for us. And this weekend, I plan on trying to find a waterfall or something, hang out with the Giveth crew that's out here in Costa Rica that I was supposed to hang out with and haven't seen very much of because I love the laptop so much. And I'm going to get off of it. Probably go to a fire, like some kind of like, there's some piece of land out here where they're going to have a fire or something and hang out. So I'll go to that tonight and then find some waterfalls tomorrow. And then back to work on Sunday. I'll pass it to Livia.
That sounds so exciting. Fire and waterfalls. I think it's the opposite here right now. It's pretty cold and rainy and gray. I think I'll just be home and be cozy. I had my 2 weeks of doing a lot in New York, so just resting and hanging out. And this sprint, I'm pretty excited about what's gonna come out of this praise situation. It feels like just in that call today, I feel like I learned so much, and excited to open these debates and see where we can get. And I resonate what Griff said, that it's just so many people. It feels very like swarmy, everything that is happening. And I will pass to Zeptims.
Thanks. Oh, my mic. Thanks, Libby. I couldn't unmute it. Yeah, this sprint is going to be awesome. And I feel like this credential thing, it's an issue I really want to tackle on. And, and see all the points of view, right? Right now, I was just talking with Escanore, and it's also a point of view taking, right now he wants to contribute and work on a point, but since he have no access, he cannot. And, this is something we also need to consider. And Juan was bringing this on the transparency call, like if one member wants to contribute and he is not allowed because of some stuff, that's something we need to improve. And that's something I really want to take and make like the best system possible for us. And then for the weekend, like it was my birthday like 3 or 4 days ago, so my family is in the village since my aunt also have a house in here and my mom come. And we're going to go with Sam and another friends in the house, and it's something. And then for the Sunday we have a meeting with Santi that also working on a project of Santi and Sam and me now, and it's fun. So a lot of things going on, and I'll pass it to Durgadas.
How old are you, Septi? Happy birthday!
Thank you. I'm 29. Like I'm the 29 crew with you and Chuy.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Feliz cumpleaños, Septi.
Thank you, gracias.
So, sorry, I was just editing my my recommendations thing around that particular topic and sending it to a few people. What am I doing on the weekend? We were gonna have people renting our space, and the lady got sick, so she can't do it now. So now I have a very clean yoga studio and nobody to come. So I'll probably just work around the house and in the yard and in the garden. And as normal, I'll probably design something or create something or write something. So that's my plan. Thanks. I pass it to whoever's next. I'm sorry. I don't know who.
No problem. Marashi, Welcome to our sprint planning. We're at the end and we're just, you're welcome to tell us what you think of Sprint 12 or share with us a little bit about you and maybe something that you're excited about for this weekend. If you can, or if you feel like it, or if you're here. Okay. All right, I think we need to sing happy birthday. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right. And here we go.
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday,
birthday, dear
Septimas. Happy
Septimas.
birthday
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, so I'm the last one. So I'm really excited about Sprint 12. I feel like this last sprint was so productive, and I feel like I think it's going to be another productive sprint. And I'm just really looking forward to having a pretty chill weekend. The pools are open again, so I think the kids and I are going to go check out some cool pools in Bordeaux. And that's it. So everyone have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon.